Good morning. Today I'm making a couple of things. I'm making Baba Ganoush, my world famous Baba Ganoush, and and no knead bread, sourdough bread. So the bread is getting ready. I already have the recipe for the bread on the channel. I'll put a link in the description anyway if you're interested. But it's a very simple recipe that a relative shared with me, Nancy, and we love the recipe. We modified it a little bit. I added raisins and pepitas, and the rest of the recipe is the original recipe that I've posted on my channel. So let me continue with the Baba Ganoush and show you the prep time, the prepping here. You're gonna need a knife. I'm using today 3 eggplants. You can do Baba Ganoush with 1, it doesn't matter. I'm using 5 cloves of garlic. Do I have to say the garlic is my own from my garden? You need the forky working, salt, a little bit of aluminum paper, and the tray, and napkins. Okay, so come a little closer. I'm going to start with the removing. Also, I have on the side a little bowl here for the kitchen scraps for my compost heap. Nothing goes into the garbage.
I've already washed the eggplants. Okay.
So the next is to cut them in half. And these are rather large eggplants. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to poke holes
On the back of each eggplant.
I think my recipe is a little bit special because I roast the garlic. I don't put raw garlic in the Baba Ganoush, and I cook it on a little bit higher temperature, and it's just divine. And if you make also a little bit of bread on the side, it's to die for. Okay, so let me move this over. Arrange the eggplants. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt. On each eggplant, because the eggplants naturally they're very bitter, so this will draw a little bit of water and reduce the bitterness. And I'm going to let this sit just the way it is for a half hour. And I will get my other knife and just cut the top of the garlic. I'm going to cut it a little bit. Oops. So I've cut the garlic. I have a little piece of aluminum foil. I put the garlic in there. And I forgot to tell you, you're gonna need some olive oil. Sprinkle some olive oil. Close it. And we're gonna add this to the tray when we cook the eggplants. So I'm gonna wait another 30 minutes for the eggplants to give off some water, and I'll see you in 30 minutes. So here we go. We're ready to put it in the oven. The garlic. And this will go in the oven about 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes, depending upon the thickness of the eggplant. So we're gonna see the eggplant, shrivel up and, cook nice and well. So in goes in the oven. Okay, so the eggplants are cooling down a little bit here. Let's see the garlic. I have a, let me see, let me move it over a little bit. Here's the garlic. Obviously the garlic is very hot. So I'm gonna get a little tiny spoon and squeeze the garlic. Garlic is hot. Ouch. See, you could use garlic powder, but obviously it's not going to taste, the roasted garlic is much, 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 much better. And of course you could use raw garlic, but I wouldn't recommend it. All right. So now using a fork, I will smash the garlic. Make it into a paste. And I will add a little bit of salt. I try not to use too much salt because I have high blood pressure. I will use about half a cup of lemon juice. I couldn't find lemon juice, lemons at the supermarket, so I bought this so about a quarter cup of lemon juice. So the next thing I will do, I will use some tahini. I buy tahini at the supermarket. Usually you find it at the international section. And this is the container. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. I have to use a clean spoon. I use a spoon to mix it because usually at the bottom it coagulates. Okay. So I will put 2 heaping teaspoons into the mixture. Yeah, I'll put a little bit more, put 3. And close the cover. And I'll give this a nice mix. Next, I'm going to use my masala daba, and I'm going to get some smoked paprika, a little bit, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, and also I'm going to use a little bit of cumin, again 1/8 of a teaspoon. I will give this a mix. Now, processing the eggplants, what you can do is you can put the eggplants in the food processor, but I don't do that because then the mixture becomes paste, and I like it a little bit chunky. So if you like to have paste, you can use the food processor of some sort and process the eggplants. But I'm just going to squish them with my fork, and I like it that way. Ouch, hot. Hot. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to say squish them with a fork. So I'm just going to go like this. And you know, sometimes I use a knife too. Again, if you like it paste, like paste, you can put it in your food brush or the whole thing and make it into a paste. But I like it more like a little bit chunky. It feels more. Okay, next. So I will continue. I will continue getting the meat out of the eggplants, and I will get back to you. So I made a nice mixture of the whole thing. And here comes the big test. I'm going to taste it a little bit. Oh. Perfection. This is really good. This is very, very good. So now I'm going to clean up. The bread just came out of the oven. Nice. Always when after you bake the bread and you take it out of the oven, you put it on a cooling rack. Otherwise you'll become soggy, the bottom will become soggy. So I will plate this and I will post that too. Otherwise, Baba Ganoush is all set.